Hi guys, Jess back again, and today I am doing day 5 and 6 of my December daily. And again, I am using the beautifully decorated cards that my sister used for my advent calendar. I just love the decoration she did for the advent calendar and don't want those numbering system to go to waste. So I'm taking advantage of that being already done and ready to go and popping those into my December daily. So none of them are, of course, the perfect size, so just got to trim them down and get them ready to back onto Project Life cards so they will go into the layout, no problem. This is my first time using an album this size, and I love it. It is so much quicker and easier because each layout is like 2 photos and you're done. Though, it is very hard narrowing down my photo selection to only be 2 photos, but I'm loving it. I just got to pick the best ones. I don't need 55 million photos in my album. A couple highlight the day, she says, as she does 3 albums for December. Anyway, I am currently working on a family album that will stay with me. So that will have December things in it. A December daily album that will have only Christmas related things that we do in December. So any other stuff that happens during December would go in the family album, but the December daily is just the things that are about Christmas. And then my son's album. So he will also have a brief glimpse at what he has done during the month of December, because the idea is that he will take that with him. I'll give it to him for his first birthday and it will stay with him. So when he becomes, in 20 years' time and he moves out of home, sorry, darling, you're taking that with ya. You could see just a second ago that I pulled out the beautiful handmade Project Life cards that my sister made in the advent calendar for December. They are just gorgeous. I am 100% going to use every single one of those in my December daily. But what is going to be my challenge is to not use them all at the start. I want to spread them through the album because they are just divine and I love them. So next year, Katie, if you're watching and listening, can you please make 25 of those gorgeous cards so I have one for every day? That'd be great. Thanks. If you're interested, she's got a tutorial for those beautiful cards as well. So check back in our channel and have a look at our video list. So yeah, I am just busy cutting out a star to go on the top of a tree. I'm not doing a very good job, but it's okay. It doesn't need to be absolutely 100% perfect. I just wanted to put a little bit of decorating onto the photograph there, a little bit of embellishing on the photograph there, and thought it was missing a star. It's not going to be the full star. I'm going to chop a little bit off the top of the photo, but I just thought that was a nice little addition. And I put little enamel dots on the baubles on the tree just to sort of sparkle up the tree a little bit. So this day we went to see Santa for the first time. We didn't get our Santa photo. We tried. He was great. My son was great. He didn't cry, but he was just so in awe. And he just sat there and stared and stared. I was like, oh my goodness, look at this man and look at all these lights and look at all this stuff in the shopping centre. So he would not smile at all. And so we thought, we visited Santa, we said hello, we met him, we'll try again another day and see how we go next time. It was really cute, actually. So I've got a whole bunch of visiting Santa stuff, but I know that we see Santa more than once, so I don't want to use it all up on the first Santa visit because I know I'm going to need it across the December as we visit Santa a few times before we get the right Santa photo. I can tell you that we go and see Santa at least 3 times to get a Santa photo, and we end up with a couple of Santa photos actually. We get one of him by himself tomorrow, which you're about to see because this is in day 6. We get one of him with all his cousins. We get another one of him, it's going to be very interesting trying to decorate all these Santa visit photos differently so they don't all look the same. But anyway, that's my challenge. I wonder what next year he will be like with Santa. Wonder if he'll cry. It'll be very, very interesting to see. Anyway, raving on. So I'm decorating the Santa photo with a Project Life card that has a picture of Santa on it because I thought that was cute. And I'm looking for words. I found some words that say things like ho, ho, ho and Santa Claus is coming. So yeah, just looking for some words that will match and go well there. I went and did my journaling on the selfie again. Yeah, as you saw in my last video, if you watched that, I'm not doing handwritten journaling. I can't deal with it. So Project Life app is my best friend. If anyone has any hints on how to print the photos 2:1 on the selfie without it cutting off the journaling, please let me know. I know I could do like you know how you can like center the writing, or you can have it so it faces the left or faces the right or whatever. I know I could do that and it wouldn't cut it off, but I think that looks really funny. I don't like how that looks. I like it being like evenly spaced. So if anyone has a tip on how I print it without it cutting off, please let me know. Anyway, that was the end of day 5. Don't worry, I show you a close-up later on. And now I'm doing day 6. Day 6 is going to have a full page spread because I've got the proper Santa photo to put in, because we went and saw Santa, a different Santa this time. This Santa was in a ginormous chair, so it's like all chair and not very much people. See, look how tiny we are in that humongous chair. But anyway, Katie has done not too many decorating of my advent calendar using numbers like this, which I'm a little bit thankful for, because if you watch day 1 and 2, I had to do full page spreads because you can't fit the cards in that direction in an album of this size, because if it just wouldn't work. That would be so weird. You could only have little tiny square photos, I suppose, if you did that. So anyway, just decorating number 6. In this case, it works out really well because I want to put a big photo in the back, so that's good. Just doing a little bit of decorating, fiddling around with the different embellishments. I'm quite indecisive. I don't remember being so indecisive, so flicking. So do I want this or do I want that? Or do I want this or do I want that? I don't remember being that badly, but now that I'm watching the video, I clearly was playing with this and playing with that, and then I just make a random decision and stick it down. It was nothing that I was playing with in the first place. But anyway, backing the photograph, I think I often back the photographs when doing a layout, like a proper full page layout. I think it just gives the photos a little bit more pop. I think in this case I wasn't backing the photo because I didn't think of this one as a full layout. I was thinking of it more as being a spread, a Project Life spread in a full pocket, if that makes sense. But then as I kept going, I'm like, no, I'm doing a layout. Anyway, I hope that made sense. I'm raving on, I know. So yeah, so everything you see that I'm using is really an eclectic mix. So I can't really explain it to you very well where I got it all from. A beautiful, fantastic, lovely, lovely lady sent me a stash of goodies from her stash, and so some of the die cuts and the stickers and things, like the red word stickers and that little round ho 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 sticker, they're from her, and I love them. She was just so generous and so amazing, so thank you very much. And then a lot of the stuff is from Kaiser Craft, because that's obviously the craft store in Australia. The Project Life cards, the die cuts, they're all the Kaiser Craft brand. I'm not 100% sure about Katie's, but I know her Project Life cards and the die cuts that she's using in the numbering system are Kaiser Craft, but I'm not sure about all the other beautiful bits and pieces she's used. And then the other things you can see, like the puffy stickers just at the top of the screen there and the word stickers, they were from my Documenting December kit from Kitaholics Kits. So I'm just hand cutting Santa off that PL cut because I would like to use it in decorating this photo. And what I'm going to do here is, because it's the exact size of the pocket, I'm not trimming the photo or backing it on a piece of paper or anything like that. I'm just going to put the embellishments straight onto the photograph, and I'm just putting them in a strip right down the side. Because my son and Santa is sitting off to the right, I'm going to put embellishments all down the left and decorate down the left of the photo just to try and balance that out a little bit. Look, in all honesty, it's going to be a little bit distracting to have the embellishments down the side there. They're probably going to be what you see first before you find my son and Santa, but I'm okay with that. I love scrapbooking, and I think that in a way that's kind of part of what you do when you scrapbook. You're not trying to draw attention from the photo, of course, that's silly. You're trying to complement the photo and make the photo feel that little bit more special, which is the purpose of putting these embellishments on as well. So yeah, I'm happy with how that is going to go. So yeah, just having a play with how I want to lay these out, getting the beautiful homemade hearts that my sister made for my advent calendar. I'm definitely using one of those, but I just had to find the one that I liked that matched the best. Drawing on a new little bow and ribbon on the rest of that puffy sticker because I think I'm going to use that as well. Waste not, want not, says I. Yeah, so just having a fiddle with these embellishments and how I'm going to lay them out. I'm not 100% happy with the blue reindeer up the top. I think I want to, the colour just looks a little bit off compared to the other colours, so I end up mirroring the top and the bottom, and I put another little doily up at the top there because I just have a fiddle and I just can't quite get that right. So the doilies do have writing on them, so I just am working out what I can place to cover the writing because it's just not quite right for the sentiment of the photo, and I know that I can just end up sticking stickers over it and that will be fine. So yeah, just popping on my double-sided tape and sticking everything down. And I'm really liking how this looks. I'm really happy with it, and I think it just goes with the photo really well. And yeah, so I hope you are enjoying your silly season, your Christmas season, and not too busy. I hope you've been able to sit down and enjoy and have a bit of a relax and catch up on your December daily. I know that my December daily is going to continue on in January because there's no way I'm getting it all finished in time. I wish I had more time to scrapbook, but in between life and looking after the boy and all the other things that I want to do, I want to scrapbook, of course, but it's hard to prioritise sitting down and scrapbooking when I've got other things to do. I'm very crafty, so I could have scrapbooked, but instead I made my son a pair of Christmas shoes. So, it's not that I don't have time to do things for me, I just do different things for me. So yeah, finished that layout and was really happy with that, and just have a few more photos to do of the visit to Santa, because this Santa had a gorgeous woodland set up, and there were two really beautiful life-size deers and a doe, or reindeer and a doe. The big reindeer moved, which was so cool. My son was not quite sure what was going on with that big reindeer. He wasn't scared of it so much, but didn't really know what to do with it. But the doe was still, and so he was much happier to look at the doe and reach out and touch it and feel the fur. So they were so cute. And then once we'd had the photo, there was no one else in line. And when we were waiting to get the photo printed, my son was really interested in what was all around, so I put him down on the ground and he was crawling, and he crawled up to the old hare because there was a big old hare there, and Santa rung his bell and he went over to Santa and had a look at the bell, and yeah, so he was really much more alive and happy to see this Santa, which you might have noticed in his photo. Actually, he wouldn't sit on Santa's knee. He was way too excited. He was jumping around and Santa had to like play with him, which was really great. I was actually really happy with this photo because it was very much my son, a busy boy who cannot sit still. I just wish it was closer. I couldn't believe that it was like gigantic chair, tiny little people. But anyway, so just embellishing the photographs here with some washi tape, and that washi tape is just the leftover stuff from the packaging that my sister wrapped with, and then popping in another one of those gorgeous homemade cards. And as I said, I've got to have to be careful that I don't use them all in like the first 6 days, because it's already been the first 6 days, but you know what I mean, because I just love them. You can see there that I've got the rest of my album prepared and ready to go, but I just haven't done it yet. So just doing a quick flick for you so you can see. Sorry, that was me pulling my camera down. I should have edited that out. But yep, here are the last couple of layouts just in case you're interested, and stay tuned for more. Thanks guys. Bye. Merry Christmas.